Hey guys, what's up? It's Mr. Omi1 right here, and I've come to bring you guys another tutorial on how to get better at Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is basically, it's a really complicated game. You always gotta be on top of your game since it's got the EXO in there ever since they put it in at Advanced Warfare. They limited it in this game, so, but the gameplay is always very hard. You gotta get used to the specialists, stuff like that, and the kill streaks, and you gotta have the right stuff, right score streaks, have the right attitude, the right game modes, stuff like that, class setups. So, basically, I'm going to define you guys as being good at COD. There's three different types of ways you can be. You could be a slayer, basically. You could just go for kills, just run on the map. You don't care. The hard point can be on the other side of the map, and you're just going for people and trying to kill them. Winning is another one, is where you just basically play the objective. You do whatever you can to get points, whatever the way it is to win the game. You don't care, but KD, you could go 0-23 for all you care. You just want to win the game. And leveling up is another one. You just try to get points. So another one, you don't care about the game. You just try to do whatever you can. If winning the game gets you points, then you're going to do that, stuff like that. So those are three types of ways. So it's different right here. This is a gameplay I dropped to 68 and a 45. So this is a very great gameplay I had. It's too bad the clip didn't record enough. It kind of stops around where I got 40 or something like that. So I ended up dropping to 68 and 45. So it was a great gameplay. I wish it would have caught it all, but it didn't. So let's get right to it. There are a couple steps to follow to get better at Call of Duty, and this one kind of sounds ridiculous, but it is your attitude. Your attitude really depicts on how you play the game. If you have that attitude, okay, I haven't played good the past few games. I'm getting off because this is irritating me. Yeah, it's gonna irritate you. You're not gonna have every good game. Trust me, I go negative a lot, or not a lot, but I go negative every once in a while. But you really got to keep a good attitude. And especially that, I record clip after clip after clip, and you guys got to understand that I'm not going to hit a clip every. This took me about probably 15 games to do this, to get this clip. This was a great game I had. I was lucky that I got Nuketown Hardpoint, which is one of my favorites. So you guys always got to keep that attitude up. Step 2, you got to have a great class setup. Go on and go on my channel, and you can look at my recents and of my class upload video about the class setups for the greatest guns in the game, and class setup for per gun. If you guys want me to make a class setup for a single gun, I will make a video for you guys, so just let me know. But you guys gotta have great class setups, so go ahead and check that video out. 3, your game modes. Your game modes really get you the points, the kills, and whatever you want, basically, to level you up. There's 3 different types of game modes. There's hardpoint, domination, and kill confirmed. We'll start out with Hardpoint. Hardpoint's basically an objective-based game. They have a zone. This is exactly what I'm playing right now, Hardpoint. They'll have an objective-based zone, and you gotta get in that zone. I'm not really going for the objective right now. I'm just trying to kill people. So, but basically, there's a zone right there, and you guys gotta get into it and get the points for your team. The second one's Domination. I think we all know how to play Domination. If you don't, this is where you got flags up, and you gotta stay on the flag, try to capture it, and as many flags. If you guys got 2, you'll get 2 points every, I don't know how many seconds, but it's like 3, 2, something like that. So, then the last one is Kill Confirm. Kill Confirm is basically a Slayer place game. If you're that Slayer type of guy, you just want to go for kills, then you want to play Kill Confirmed. Because Kill Confirmed, you kill, and then you get those tags, so you even get that objective points. You get a lot of points that get you a lot of XP, so I would recommend, at most, Kill Confirmed. And if you're not comfortable with that, play Hardpoint. Hardpoint is, but you want to keep playing them, so. So those are the 3 type of game modes, so I want you guys to check those out. And number 4 is your gameplay, how you play the game. There's certain things you gotta do to be good. Your crosshairs, the little 4 dots, as you guys can see, those really, people think they're just there, and if you got this turned off, you want to find out a YouTube video to turn it back on, because those things are like gods, man. They're so important. Basically, to lay it down for you, always want the crosshairs pointing for where the enemies are coming from. So if they're coming from one side of the map, you always want to have your guy facing that side of the map. You never want to have your back turned, because no one else is going to come from that way where you're facing. If they're coming from where your back is, so you always want to have your face pointed to where they're at, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. And another one is your gunfights. Gunfights determine, I would say, as Ryan has been, probably 65 to 70% of the kills, deaths. So basically, because you're always firing at each other. There's not a lot of times where your guy doesn't see you, know what I'm saying? So basically, the crosshairs also play a huge role in this. When you're real up close, like if you turn a corner, for example, and you're really close with someone, you want to put those crosshairs on him, and you want to start firing immediately, right? As soon as you see him, you want to start hip firing because he's really close to you. You want to start hip firing, and when those crosshairs are on him and you see that when you're hip firing, you're starting to hit him, you want to zoom in. Now this is where quick draw comes in. Quick draw comes in is when you turn in the corner and you run into someone real close and you start doing that hip firing and you finally start to hit them. Quick draw zooms in real quick and it gives you that good accuracy because hip firing doesn't have a lot of good accuracy, but it still provides some damage to get a head start on him, and when you zoom in, it provides more damage. So stuff like that. Because I mean, to be honest with you guys, no one likes to just kill by hip firing. You always want to zoom in. So, attachments to gun. For SMGs, even assault rifles, shotguns, even, you want quick draw. I think quick draw is the most important attachment in this game. Not long barrel, not grip. Quick draw. Quick draw is like, it really helps you out in gunfights because, like I said, gunfights really determine 70% of the game. So you guys really want to keep that up there. Each attachment for each gun is different. So, like I said, if you guys want me to make an attachment class for each individual gun of you guys is choosing, go ahead and send that in the comments, and I will do that. So, but each attachment really boosts its ability and strength. So you guys need the right attachments. So there you go. I think one of the most underrated items in this game is the radar, the top left thing in the corner. As you guys can see later in the gameplay, you'll see red dots. That's when people are firing without suppressor, or maybe if there's a UAV, it will pop out their locations. I mean, it's like, it's a god right there. But I'm not saying stare at the thing the entire time, you know what I'm saying? Like, as you guys can see right there, the Sixth Sense kicked in and the red flash came in. That's a good perk right there, so that's also in the description for the video that I recently uploaded. But that really helps because without the radar I couldn't see that Sixth Sense, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. But you really want to check it every so often, you know? Stuff like that. You want to keep looking at it, keep it click glance so you can see where the enemies are and get an idea and go attack them. And your score streaks. Your score streaks are like final. They really, they help you out basically. They get you kills, or they help your team out to get more kills, or they help you out with the game. You know, if you're playing Search and Destroy and you get a UAV, what's that mean? You can find out where the enemy teams are and you can kill them and eliminate them and win the round. Stuff like that. So hardpoint, if you guys get a, let's put for example, if you get a hardened sentry and you put it in there, your sentry gun's gonna mow down the hardpoint. Am I correct? So, you know, stuff like that. So you guys got to keep on top of this. So I'm going to explain to you guys a couple score streaks. The first one, I'll explain to you guys mine. I use UAV, Wraith, and Wraps all times. I don't have Wraith on because I'm not a high enough level. I just Prestige. So, but those are the 3 perks I always run. We'll start out with the UAV. UAV is basically like, for those of you that don't know, I hope some of you know. It's like when you turn it on. It's on right now actually. It's that little green thing sliding across the screen. It'll show the location of the enemies on dots every few seconds, so you can see where they are and get an idea. So it really helps. It gets you kills, so it's real good. There's a counter UAV. I used a counter UAV at one point, but a counter UAV is kind of a ripoff because it costs 100 more points just to blacken out their radar. It's a good score streak, and it's definitely better than UAV. It's basically the same thing, but an upgrade. But it's a little too much more points, so I'd stick with the UAV. Then there's a hardened sentry. A hardened sentry can be used for hardpoint, a lot of different stuff. It's basically where you put it down and you mow down the defenders or the enemies with it. So it's real good. Now then there's a Wraith. A Wraith is like, we all know from Black Ops 1 and stuff like that, you have the attack helicopter. Especially where you put it on anywhere on the map and you can basically set it down and it'll mow in that certain area. So any enemy that walks in that certain area where you set it down, say from the middle of the map, anyone that comes in the middle of the map that's an enemy base, it will destroy them, basically. So it is so vital and it gets you a lot of kills. And then last, we all go for those big streaks and there's Wraps. Wraps is basically little rolling bots, little rolling balls that when they see you, they blow up and they kill you. It's like attack dogs, but rolling things, whatever you want to call. So if you guys like this video, please hit that subscribe button, and I would love to hit 60 likes on this video. So go ahead and let me know. It's your Mr. Omi1 right here. See you guys.
Hardpoint locked down.
Single. Shut out.